show. You are live.
Are you speaking to me?
Yes, sir.
What's up, bitches?
Let me guess who this guy is. I don't even know.
It's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood.
Hollywood, baby.
It's Hollywood, baby. All right. Well, listen, you're the first person to call in for the free CD from the Harvest, man. It's a download card. I'll mail it out to you.
Sounds good.
Cool, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
What's the conversation about tonight?
All kinds of different things, man. We're about to have a special guest call in about 15 minutes. Julie Ann Ream from Unsolved Mysteries and a bunch of other things. She's an author, and she's also orchestrated some awards shows in the Western world, if you will. And we're talking about dicks and farts and OJ and things like that. What are you interested in, man?
I don't know. I like everything. I like sex is my favorite topic. And Jay, is Jay in the house?
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here.
I'm here. What's up, brother?
What's up, Jay?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Living, baby. I'm barbecuing.
Oh, I want some barbecue.
Yeah, go and get it, baby. I got some sausage.
Jay
Are we
loves the
talking
sausage.
chorizo, Italian, Irish?
Greek, baby. I got Greek sausage.
Oh,
Hey, is this your friend?
Locanico.
There you go.
Locanico, yeah. I got some Locanico going on. So I call in first time, and I'm a winner of a prize. I love it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I know who this is now. I definitely know who this is.
It took you that long.
I'm gonna give you a new nickname. It's the Big G.
Big G.
The Big G. We're just gonna we're gonna leave it at that, man. You got a nickname, and yeah, you want a CD.
Hey, speaking of CDs, G, you got a CD's nuts.
I love it. The house too.
Hey, well, listen, man. Thanks for calling in and listening. That's freaking awesome. I really appreciate that, man. We're gonna get with you here, I guess, shortly to get an address, or maybe Jay can hand deliver this prize to you since he kind of knows you, whatnot. But he was telling me a little bit about you before the show, and I figured out who you are now as well. And I'd like to talk to you.
No, you don't.
No, it's a different guy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Different guy.
Oh, shit. All right, well, fuck you, G. No, I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, seriously, thanks for listening, man. We'll figure out. Jay, do we have a way to get a hold of this guy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. All right, man, I'm going to free up the line because we're having a guest caller here in just a few minutes, so I want to make sure it's open. And after that, we'll take more live calls and call back if you want. Anybody can call back. The phone number is 727-237-6010. Big G, thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Big G.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, you too, man. Keep listening.
Have a good one.
All right. Sweet, man. Cool. Well, that worked out pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's a cool dude, too.
Yeah, people seem to like the Harvest already, man. You know, I want to tell you guys a little bit about that real quick before we get into it with Miss Ream here. But as I was trying
about to call?
Yeah, in about 10 minutes or so. But check this out, man. Saturday night, right? Excuse me. Oh my God, that was pretty good.
You're a burpy little guy
I
tonight.
am a burpy little guy tonight, man. I'm actually drinking a nice cold beer, and it's pretty damn good, man. Anyway, Saturday night, right, was the CD release party for Slingshot Robot. Now, everybody knows, if they're a fan of this show or if they're a first-time listener or whatnot, Slingshot Robot is one of the coolest bands in the world, in my opinion. We did a live interview with them in our old studio. They performed an acoustic set, and it was amazing. It was really good. You guys agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a hell of a time, man.
Real nice.
It was
fun,
awesome.
fun episode.
Hanging out with those fellas is cool, too.
Yeah, they were a blast, man. So check it out. I reached out to Doug a couple of times, the singer and guitar player, bass player for Slingshot Robot, and kind of became friendly with him. And I already knew Al, the drummer, a little bit because his children went to the same dance school as my children. But we've grown a little bit closer since they played in our studio. Well, long story short, what's that?
That was a great vape right there.
Anyway, they were about to have a CD release party for their new CD, their new album, and they were going to do it at Ferg's in Channelside in downtown Tampa, right across the street from the Amalie Arena where the Lightning play hockey. And it was hit or miss because if the Lightning were going to be playing that night, they were going to be having a watch party at Ferg's instead, and it was about to cancel the whole show. But luckily, the Lightning kept winning, and they were off that night. So I went down there with Laurie B, they invited me to come down there and possibly introduce their second set for them on stage, and I was just floored by the request. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was totally honored. And so I went down there. Check this out, man. It was so cool. I go down there. I tried to do a head count once the Harvest started to play. The Harvest is the band you guys just heard. They opened up for this party, okay? And they were awesome, right? Totally cool. It was still daylight. It started getting dark. And, you know, the Slingshot Robot took the stage, and they played their first set, which was a little bit of their lighter music, you know? And, dude, I get up, okay? And then, dude, I was meeting people left and right. And I did a head count, like 5, 10, 15, 20, kind of like that. And I want to say there was about 150 people there, maybe 200, maybe 120, I don't know. It was somewhere between 100 and 200. It was a solid crowd, okay? For a Saturday night at Ferg's when there's nothing going on.
By the way, everybody, that's how my pay goes. He's like, I'm not sure what's here. It's somewhere between 100 and like 10 million. So, and I count it's like $10. And I'm like, what?
Hey, you're lucky you got that.
Kevin's got 5 fingers on one hand, 5 fingers on the other, 5 fingers on one toe, 5 fingers on the other. When it gets over 40, he's screwed keeping head counts.
That's true. Man.
All right, so get to...
Well, so I get okay. I'm sitting at a table with Laurie B, right, and I'm meeting people left and right, and because of the band and you know us, you know, hanging and talking and all that stuff, I'm introducing myself to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of you. You know, you had Slingshot Robot on your show, or I've seen you on Facebook, things like that, right?" So I was already like on cloud nine. I'm like, "This is so cool. Everybody's being so nice to me. You know, I felt really comfortable, and I was really nervous on the drive down there. Like, oh my god, I've never gotten on. And the stage is on top of the the roof of this place, and it overlooks, and the background is downtown Tampa, all the skyscrapers and everything. You know, so it's a legit place, man. And so I have a few beers, right, and I get up to go pee, thinking that they had one more song in that first set, right? So I go into the bathroom, right, and I'm standing up against the urinal, letting it go, man. I'm like, oh, and I hear them stop. The music stops, and I hear Doug say, "Is Kevin Hawley out in the crowd? Let's bring Kevin Hawley up here." Oh, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like trying to tuck it in without getting piss on my pants because I'm about to go up there, you know? Oh, man. So I run up the stairs and I get up there, man. And,
wait a minute. I just got to say something because, Doug, if you understand and you're listening, this is the deal. Kevin was so happy that you said his name while his penis was in his hand. I'm just telling you. He's like, oh, he just said my name. And my hand's on my penis. So I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding. Now, I had to say, that was funny.
That is kind of how it went down. But anyway, so I get up there, right, and, I'd never spoken to that microphone before, and I put my face up to the microphone, and I was just like, dude, I don't remember anything I said. Laurie, I told her, hey, try and get video of it, so I could look at it later and see how much of a cock I was, And she got 9 seconds of video, and her phone stopped working for some reason. So I'm hoping if anybody's out there listening that did happen to get the 2 minutes that I was up there on video, I would love to have that just for my own personal pleasure. That'd be great. Thank you.
So you were like, you said you had a couple beers. You were like blackout drunk?
No. I was just nervous, and I wasn't even really nervous, but it would just happen so fast, and I was so excited, and the band, they were so good. Both bands,
Yeah.
So
it's hard to prepare when you're running from the shit house with your dick dripping and you're trying to get your thoughts together.
That's probably what most of it was, Pops.
Dude,
for real, man.
A lot of times on the third hour of our show, I gotta be like, I want to fast forward to the third hour because I remember the first two really well usually, and then by the third hour, I'm kind of like, oh, what the hell was going on during that one?
Yeah.
So I fast forward to it. So
Kevin.
Yeah.
Was your story over before I?
No.
Your story's not over?
Not yet.
No.
Keep going. Oh, okay. I thought the climax happened already. Sorry, happens a lot with Kevin.
Yeah, I climax often. So anyway, I get up there and I just tried to pump the crowd about the Bolts. How about the Lightning? And they were like, woo, and they were totally receptive. And then I was like, I'm so honored to be here with the band, and these guys played our show, and they made the hair on our arms stand up. And how about the Harvest? And the crowd again was like, woo. And I was like, I love this, man. This is great,
Nice.
And then Al comes up and he's like, hey, I want to bring our producer up here. He's in the crowd, if it wasn't for him. So I'm like, okay. And so Punchy Gonzalez, where's Punchy at? He stands up, and he's out there in the crowd. He stands up, and I'm like, and he was dressed really nice, Even I was wearing a tie, dude. I was like, I wanted to look decent.
You wear a tie here.
I do wear a tie here sometimes, man. I didn't wear a tie today, but I could have wore a tie. Anyway, so Punchy comes up, And I introduced him, and he said a few words for the band. And then, bro, like lightning, man, they went right into their second set, and it was like their heavy stuff, you know? And they blew the roof off the place, man. They were so good. I was so impressed. So get this. I go up to the Harvest guys, right, because they had a table set up downstairs. They were selling merch and T-shirts and stuff like that. And I was able to talk to those guys for a couple of minutes. And I was just straight up with them. I said, listen, I was really impressed. You guys sounded awesome. You know, you've got a great band. I'd love to have you on the show sometime, you know. And they were familiar to an extent with, you know, what it was about and stuff. And dudes like Barry was the guy I was talking to. And I talked to all the guys, but Barry was really cool. I guess he's the guitar player or whatnot, backup vocals. And he's like, yeah, we'd love to, man. And he went, they got me a CD and a couple of these download cards, you know, to give away, and some stickers and stuff like that. I got a T-shirt. And they'll be here June 1st, next Wednesday, man, live in the studio. Yeah, so we're going to hear an acoustic set by the Harvest.
So do we have to clean the studio this week or what?
Afterwards, probably, yeah.
Kevin.
Yes, sir.
You don't realize how lucky you are.
I do. I'm so blessed.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
If you would just sit down to take a heavy dump. when you heard Kevin Holly get up here on the stage.
Toilet paper.
Think how messy that could have got.
Yeah. I asked Laurie B. Yeah. I said, Laurie, was I a complete fool up there or what? And she's like, no, you're actually really smooth and everything. And I don't know if she's just blowing smoke up my ass so I wouldn't cry or, you know, or what. But I'll tell you what, man, that was one of the coolest nights ever.
Would you actually cry if Laurie was like, I got to be honest with you,
man? He would have. He would have head right to the car.
I would not have. I would have laughed.
Yes, you would have.
Man. No, man, and we took pictures and we all hung out and stuff, and it was awesome, bro. It was really a success.
That's good.
I'm just honored to have been a part of it, man. Yeah, it was super fucking cool, man. It really was. Cool. So get this, man. After Wednesday, when Harvest plays here live, that following Saturday, they're going to be playing here in Newport Richey at Venom. Right on 19.
Really?
Yeah, so the Harvest will be playing with a few other bands up at Venom, and I don't have the kids that weekend, so if anybody would like to go up there Saturday night with me.
Saturday, I work Saturday.
You actually work?
Yeah.
In
Sarasota.
You're playing music
We
Saturday.
all work.
Yeah. Well, Jay, you get off at like 10, 11, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you get off early enough,
and then I work at double the next day. So freaking.
But it starts at 10. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, we could go up there for a couple hours.
I'll come pick you up, Pops.
There you go, right there.
I'll come get Pops, man.
It's a date.
It'll be me, Pops, and Laurie B.
Absolutely.
We'll see if we can swing it, dude. That'd be kind of cool. Uh-oh, we got a phone call. Oh, this is our special guest. Let's bring her on live right now. You guys ready?
Yeah.
10-4.
All right. Kevin Holly Show, you are live on the air.
Hi, Kevin. It's Julie Ream calling.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're doing great, thanks. Yeah, we've been expecting your call, and this is super cool. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, terrific. I'm glad you had me on.
Oh, no, it's an honor for us. Really, we've been talking it up for a while, and there's so many things that we want to get right into with you. Let me bring the phone a little bit closer so everybody can get a little bit on here. So you're calling from this is from LA, from Santa Clarita.
Yeah, sunny California.
Heck yeah. So it must be like midday over there. What is it, like 6 o'clock?
It is. It's 6:15, just short of 6:15. Yeah.
Cool. So what's shaking? What's going on? What's happening?
Oh, I'm getting ready tomorrow for, even though California turned down John Wayne Day, the opportunity to have John Wayne Day, I'm having my own personal John Wayne Day tomorrow, and I just finished producing the 60th anniversary of the TV series Gunsmoke.
Cool.
And we had a live cast, and it was wonderful, and got a ton of the celebrities together that worked on the show. And in honor of that, tomorrow is Jim Arness's birthday, and who was Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke. It's John Wayne's birthday, who debuted the show and did a special piece that's famous now, world-renowned, and it's on the DVD. And he opened up the show introducing Jim Arness, and so I'm doing a big blast for a lot of the merchandise that's available from that show, including a 4-disc DVD that I produced that has red carpet interviews, the complete awards show, and a celebrity panel discussion that was really great, and a picture wheel of all the photographs that went on there.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was really great. We had Angie Dickinson and Martin Landau and oh golly, Michael Learned, Gerald McCraney, and Jackie Scott, Morgan Woodward, and just
that's some
just everybody.
serious,
Buck Taylor.
Yeah, that's some